4. First question from the audience, and President O'Brien will be the first to respond. Each of you have had controversy regarding professional relationships. With Preckwinkle, it's Tony Resco. Brown, it's the Blue Jean controversy. Stroger, it's patronage. And O'Brien, it's relationships with polluters. How can you reassure the public that this will not be an issue for you in the future?
Thank you. I know there's been a lot of conversation with regards to my private sector work, but let me tell you one thing right now. Terrence O'Brien and his company does not deal with polluters. The companies that they had mentioned in the article are some of the biggest employers here in the county. What people don't understand is the Water Reclamation District has two different ordinances. They have a user charge ordinance and they have a sewage and waste ordinance. The user charge ordinance is where people pay additional funding for the usage of water that flows into the sewer system. And that's where these people were mentioned in this particular article. These people are not polluters. If they were polluters, the city of Chicago would be a big polluter. You know, this church would be a big polluter because tax-exempt facilities fall under that particular user charge ordinance. So it's really an injustice to 2 or 4 companies who are major employers here in the county area. And a couple of companies right here in Riverdale also pay excess charges for usage of the sewage system. So, you know, we're not defending any polluters at all. And most of my relationships and relationship with the companies is working on state and federal regulations, not on local regulations.
Thank you. Tony Resco is a developer in my ward of affordable housing. I was introduced to him in 1991 as I was running for alderman. He was rehabbing a building across the street from my office. In the 90s, he did a lot of affordable housing deals on the south side of Chicago, not just in my ward. At the end of that decade, although the properties had previously been well managed, I came to it one day because I was hearing at our community policing meetings and from my own staff that his buildings were now a problem, that there was loitering outside them, gang and drug activity, that they weren't being maintained. And I said, look, Tony, what's going on? And he told me he was getting out of the affordable housing business, and I told him to do that as quickly as possible because I was going to have to come after him for the condition of his properties. After that conversation, he never gave me a dime. That was more than a decade ago. So this is all old news. I worked with somebody who was providing affordable housing in my ward. When he was no longer providing good housing, I came after him, and he stopped making contributions to me.
Thank you all.
It has been very interesting that something that my employees that wanted to do for good, for individuals, for charity, has been turned into and really demonized. Before I took office, the employees have been already wearing blue jeans once a month or once a quarter, and I did not continue that practice because I was concerned about attire. I wanted my employees to look very professional, and they begged me to let them. They wanted to be able to donate. Many times people can't write large checks on their own, so they give $2 on the 4th Friday of each month, which is last year was 22 days out of 260 days, to actually wear blue jeans. And we've been able to give, we gave $5,000 to Katrina victims. We're getting ready to raise money for Haiti. We've given to the American Cancer Society. We were able to give to the Pakistani relief when they had an earthquake, and to the tsunami. The Pakistanis came and said we were the only government that did that. And so it's something that was demonized, so it's something that we probably wouldn't be able to properly control as we have a county control in our office, so we would not probably have it countywide.
Thank you.